and the limb on the tree, and the green grass grows all around and around.
Life is full of surprises.
The green grass grows all around.
That's why we're giving you our best price on gig Wi-Fi for 5 years, just $50 a month. Xfinity, imagine that. Best price on gig Wi-Fi 5 years, just $50 a month.
The new Infinity QX80 and QX60 Sport are dark chromed, stealthed out thieves. With beauty that steals your attention and the competition's thunder. First ever Infinity QX80 and QX60 Sport. Make the perfect getaway in the new Infinity QX80 Sport during the Once in a Wintertime event only at your local Infinity retailer.
The Whataburger Monterey Melt is back? You've got some nerve showing up with your all-beef patties, grilled peppers, and jalapeno ranch. Oh, we just missed you, that's all. The Whataburger Monterey Melt is back. Download the app. What a burger!
I'm attorney Ken Nugent, and you're watching football on Fox 5. One call, that's all.
Welcome to the Verizon Halftime, the NFL, powered by Verizon 5G.
We want to thank the Carolina Panthers and Tampa Bay Buccaneers, because we know they're watching this game right now to find out which one's going to wrap up the NFC South. Carolina's feeling a little better right now with Atlanta holding on to a 3-point lead. Let's roll through some of the highlights here in Week 18, TV.
All right, the Jaguars looking to clinch the AFC South with the win. Cam Ward left the game. Their rookie quarterback out of Miami, with a shoulder injury, did not return. Didn't matter. Trevor Lawrence finding Parker Washington on the post route. Nobody in the center of the field. Great job by Washington getting the inside release. Touchdown 7-all. Then Brandon Allen is picked by Antonio Johnson. And watch this. Gronk down the right sideline. And I'm pretty sure, Gronk, you would have caught him, but nobody did.
I would have.
There you go. 58-yard interception return. All Jaguars. 31-7 over Tennessee. Packers are at the Vikings. Jordan Love, starting quarterback for Green Bay, out of concussion protocol, but not playing in this game. C.J. Ham takes it in, though, for the Vikings, in from 1 yard out, 13-0. Minnesota over Green Bay, and then C.J. Stroud with a win can win the AFC South, and a Jags loss, but that's not going to happen today. As you can see, Stroud finds Higgins on an 11-yard touchdown. It's 13-10 Houston, and then missed a handoff, but do what you do. Keep it, run it in from 2 yards out, 23-17 now. Houston on top of Indianapolis. Jacksonville's going to win that.
In a couple of games involving teams not going to the playoffs, the Giants have a lead over the Cowboys. And no sacks so far, as Myles Garrett is one away from the all-time sack record, taking on the Bengals. The Browns do have a lead. And we talked about players from these teams watching. Baker Mayfield, posted on social media by his wife, Jenna. He's watching on the couch right now.
Emily. Jenna posted it from ESPN.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you, Gronk.
I'll tell you what, it's not often Gronk is correcting Kirk.
Hey, there are some things I never thought I'd ever see.
That's 2 corrections for me today. I corrected myself earlier, and then I just corrected Kirk. That's a first.
Well, thank you very much for correcting me. I needed it. I needed it. Howie, right now, Baker's probably not too happy because New Orleans has had their chance.
It's only appropriate the 2 hottest teams in the NFC South will be deciding who goes to the playoffs and wins the division. Tyler Shock has been red hot. Here, play fake, bootleg out to his right, hits Juwan Johnson. A.J. Terrell punches it out. 1 mistake. 2 mistakes. Falcons send 2 defenders up the middle on the punt. They get 1 block. The other one blocks the punt. And if the Tampa Bay Buccaneers didn't hate the New Orleans Saints enough, those 2 mistakes will drive that relationship off the cliff.
The quarterback's name is Shuck.
Shuck.
You said Shuck.
Well, I'm shocked that you knew.
You know what I'm shocked? There's so much correction. It really is.
Yeah. Hey. And you correcting me, he's correcting him. Oh, my God.
Louisiana
dog sleeping with cats.
There's anarchy in the studio here today.
Hey, Kurt, Tampa Bay Buccaneers fans today, more like Tampa Bay Shuccaneer fans today.
Oh, wow. They want him to come back here. New Orleans down by 3 at the half. Later on, America's Game of the Week. Another video. Well, this was actually just a picture. This is Ben Johnson, the head coach of the Bears, when he was a high school quarterback at A.C. Reynolds High School in Asheville, North Carolina. So his quarterback now, Caleb Williams, that's not a Packer jersey. He's wearing the high school jersey to honor his head coach as the Bears are 1 away from wrapping up the number 2 seed as they take on the Lions in America's Game of the Week. Drake May, a win and a Denver loss from wrapping up the number 1 seed in the AFC. That comes up later on as they take on the Dolphins. If you don't get that, maybe you get Matthew Stafford. And the Rams trying to be the top wild card seed. All they have to do is knock off the Arizona Cardinals.
Stafford rode in, the young buck walked in.
Veteran honors. The rising play of the first half, Drake London getting the Falcons going. They hold on to a 3-point lead in the game. That means a whole lot in the NFC South.
The Verizon Halftime Show is brought to you by Verizon, the NFL, powered by Verizon 5G.
Grab my harness, the one that makes my butt look good.
Me and my crew, yeah, we the best when we walk in a room. We serve heads.
There are way worse dads than me, okay?
Name one.
Stalin.
Thursday, comedy premieres January 15th on Fox.
I'm not pushing no button.
Only you can extract your loved one.
Oh my God, bro, wake up!
Extracted premieres January 26th on Fox.
Officer! Could I get your perspective as a man of the law?
You know I'm a mall cop, right?
Let's say I obtain a car for less than you think it'd cost.
I don't follow.
You see this Hyundai Santa Fe?
Yeah?
Guess how much I paid for it?
Enjoy the new car.
Deal so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days on select Hyundai vehicles. Now, during the final days of the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
Let's go! One play at a time. Let's come out of here with a win.
Well, we've got an afternoon headlined by America's Game of the Week. It's the Lions and Bears. Oh, my. Chi-Town, the Kings of the North, look to keep their number 2 seed in the NFC as they host Jared
It's
Goff
the Lions
and Bears. Oh, my. Plus, we've got more division leaders. And
Al Sophia. This is going to be brutal.
Make it a habit. A 10-minute AI routine every morning. You'll be unrecognizable by Christmas. You in?
So this is how I became the most dangerous person in the room. One habit changed everything. I replaced social media with micro-learning.
You probably know one. Your sister. Your buddy. The ones who always show up.
With micro-learning.
They all have that little extra something. And maybe you got it too.
Start the year-end drive. Right now, well-qualified buyers can get 1.9% financing on 2026 Chevy Silverado 1500 models with over $6,000 in total value.
It's hard keeping up with the Joneses, especially Burt Jones. Burt voted to increase his own taxpayer-funded pension by 40%. Burt Jones even voted to expand eminent domain, making it easier for government to take your land. But on his family's land, Burt's backing a $10 billion deal to build data centers, making them even richer. No wonder you can't keep up with the Joneses. Burt Jones made it easier to take your land and your money.
Now you can get Zaxby's Asian Sensation flavor on a salad, their famous chicken fingers, or in a giant wrap. Hey, buddy. Hey. Sauce. You sauced out. Have an egg roll. The Asian Sensation menu. Who's got the sauce?
An MSC cruise isn't just a vacation, it's a holiday with European style.
And
American comfort.
Tiny drinks.
Ginormous drinks.
Football.
Football. Definitely.
Kia Sportage X Pro, now with all-wheel drive terrain mode. Kia, movement that inspires.
Got an Apple TV? You can stream Fox 5. Just search Fox Local.
Broadcast is copyrighted by NFL Productions for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the consent of NFL Productions is prohibited.
Tonight's the night, so let it go.
When he gets in for the touchdown. That is today's game flow, brought to you by Progressive. Getting ready to start the third quarter. Saints receive the football, and boy, only 19 rush yards for New Orleans. Their defense has played outstanding. Only 38 rush yards for Atlanta, and John Robinson, as great as he's been, Saints defense has done a good job on him, and they've also gotten to Kirk Cousins. But let's talk about what Tyler Shough and this limited personnel offense has to do when they come out here in the second half to try and rally.
I think the biggest thing is when they've had success on first down, where they haven't shot themselves in the foot with a penalty or had a bad play, then they puts them in a position to put a drive together. So success on first down. I'd love to see them get Juwan Johnson more involved in this passing game. He's the go-to guy with the absence of Chris Olave. So get him rolling in this passing game.
And the Falcons have put Terrell on Juwan Johnson, as you have pointed out. Have a flag on this kickoff.
Short free kick by the kicking team. The ball did not make it to the landing zone. The ball will be placed at the 40-yard line. First down, New Orleans.
An early break for the Saints with good field position, trailing by 3. Let's check in with Jen, who's with the head coach of the Falcons.
Rod, just 34 yards on the ground in that first half. Looking at second half, how can you rev your ground game?
We got to get our run game established. We got to be able to give it to the best player in football. We're giving it to them. They've done a nice job of stopping us. We got to get our run game revved up.
Tyler Shough tends to come alive in the fourth quarter. What are your defensive priorities this upcoming half?
They've done a nice job. We've done a nice job of getting the ball back. We've done a nice job of stopping them. We got to continue that process in the second half.
Thanks, Rod. Good luck.
See you later, Jim.
And the Saints with the football the defense has been outstanding in the second half of games. Dante Pettis from the receiver spot, but strung out well by the Falcon defense.
Trying to get anything going, anything established as far as running the football, even if it's a trick play, jet sweep, little shovel to Dante Pettis, but just want to get yourself positive yardage right off the bat. Only a couple of yards right there on first down.
Yeah, first down, the defense has won the battle against two teams that are usually, especially with Atlanta and that run game. Tyler Shough may have to run the ball more himself to help this Saints ground game, assuming that hip is okay. He says he was good enough to go and delivers a short pass to Estime, who puts a move on and gets within 1.5 yards of midfield and a first down.
A great job of just putting your foot in the ground, getting away from the leverage of the linebacker. Ellis overruns it a little bit right there, stiff arm. Another move inside on Walker, and put yourself in a third and short situation.
Straight ahead run, and Estime got it across midfield.
Well, it took them 3 downs to get that first down, but listen, love where they are right now and love using the running back in the passing game. I know you'll hear a lot of people say that's an extension of the run game. That's garbage. It's not. But I love putting a running back out there in the flat because those dudes great at avoiding tackles and also can put their shoulder down and run people over out there, smaller linebackers or safeties.
First down. That's DeMay powering forward. That's a lot. Number 2, closer to 230. Added some weight as the season went on, and when he was picked up. And again, we're a little bit repetitive here, but for people flipping around, I know they know in Tampa Bay and Charlotte, and most NFL fans know the last available NFC playoff spot. A Saints winner tie gives the Bucs the NFC South Division title and the 4th seed in the playoffs, but an Atlanta win will give it to the Carolina Panthers as both of those teams have finished their seasons at 8 and 9. 3 tight ends are in. Fake. Chuck didn't see anything over there. He's pointing, and he's going to be brought down. James Pierce, and a flag down. Coming right where Pierce brought down Tyler Shough.
We're discussing whether that's a horse collar or not.
We'll try and show you another look on that.
There's no foul for a horse collar tackle. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, it's a sack officially for the rookie Pierce, who now has 9.5 and no foul on that.
Yeah, no, that's a good call. And his hand comes off the back, doesn't go backwards, pulls him down.
Second sack of the game for the Atlanta defense, setting a franchise record for sacks in a season. Tyler Shough in some trouble here, and there's another sack for James Pierce and this Atlanta defense. Coverage was good downfield.
Oh, just edge presence. We talked about it. Let's go ahead and draft ourselves some edge players here and let those guys unleash. One of the big reasons they have gotten to the quarterback with such frequency. And that time they had 3 edge guys in because they also had in Leonard Floyd. So Walker was inside on that, put those pass rushers on that 3rd and 13 situation at the quarterback.
Jeff Ulbrich has been outstanding defensive coordinator with Raheem Morris. And this will be Devin Tompkins. Gets up across the 25 to about the 26-yard line on that return. It's been a defensive struggle here. Saints trailing by 3. Falcons with the football.
Now, do you guys work for the building or are you contracted out?
We're part of a larger company.
See, that's exactly what I would have guessed.
I don't care. And neither should you.
Progressive can't protect you from becoming your parents, but we can protect your home and auto when you bundle with us.
Quick question about the tipping procedure.
I'll take care of you both. Till my last breath.
I can't do this.
You got this. Till my last breath. Till my last breath. Greenland 2, Migration, rated PG-13. Oh. You feel that?
Feel what?
The crash zone.
Crash what?
The crash zone. It builds suspense, uncovers evidence, foreshadows danger. You feel it now?
Oh, yeah.
I guess I'll go and try and find a ladder.
Caught the early flight. See you there.
Finally beating your siblings to the good room on family vacation. That's what the world's biggest airline can do for you, baby bro.
I'm 26.
Sucks you have to work on a Sunday.
Does it, though?
How about dogs?
Okay.
I brought Peyton Manning.
It's quitting time.
Anything for Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL.
Let's go!
Saints, let's come out of here with a win.
Saints with now 4 sacks today, updating in 57 for the season. It's a single-season franchise record. They're currently second in the NFL this year behind the Broncos. But look, with Raheem Morris, and I mentioned Jeff Ulbrich, defensive coordinator this year, they went from last in the last 3 years of getting to the quarterback and moved up to the top, and it's made a difference, and one of the reasons that they have the 10-7 lead today. After a 51-yard punt and a 10-yard return. Cousins. Bijan Robinson. Jen.
Chris, you know, it isn't just the sacks that have impressed Kellen Moore about his defense today. Also, the way they have shut down Bijan and Tyler Algier in the run. Less than 40 rushing yards for them in that first half. And Kellen credits his secondary stepping up and jumping in on the run defense. He said he's really proud of the way they've kept the pass defense honest while at the same time impacting that ground game defense.
Robinson averaging over 5 a carry, but just about 3 yards per carry so far today. Drake London in motion, bottom of your screen. Fake Cousins is looking for London, and he's got it. Reached over the defensive back to haul it in, and Quincy Riley couldn't track the ball like London did.
What an unbelievable job by London. Just high pointing this thing over the top. This is great coverage. I mean, great. As soon as he turns his head, London goes over the top of Quincy Riley, and look at him go high to grab that ball, secure it. That is an awesome catch. Put this drive into the high red zone for the Atlanta Falcons.
Gain of 37 yards. It's Algier Robinson backfield. Bijan is tackled right away. Boy, the Saints are just all over the run game defending it today. Going back to London for a moment, even Kirk Cousins said, boy, we really missed, regardless of who was playing quarterback, when London was out injured. And he's finally probably back to close to being healthy. He said we had to look at some of the non-receivers to be receivers, and that's where Bijan Robinson came in a little more play, lining up in that area.
And he's been so underneath receiver, like the underneath routes and stuff as he's coming back from that injury. You see him right there exploiting this defense over the top.
Threatening blitz. Here the Saints come, but it's picked up, and Cousins has to get rid of it.
I'll tell you what, so smart. This linebacking core, these safeties, Pete Warner right there. He just smelled that screen out, felt the offensive line release. He's on the pressure, on the blitz, and he just peels off, picks up the running back. And I'm telling you, Brandon Staley, the defense coordinator of this Saints team, man, he's got these guys playing connected together at all 3 levels.
He really has done an amazing job, and they've gotten better and better. Cousins here floating for the sideline and overthrows. It was a one-on-one matchup, literally, with Darnell Mooney and then Kool-Aid McKittrick. He's had a good game in the secondary so far.
Yeah, another pressure, and we talked about, hey, you know where your one-on-ones are. They had the one-on-one on the edge out there with Mooney, just not on the same page with his quarterback, but Kirk Cousins had to get rid of that because Sanker came from the opposite side on the blitz.
Field goal try of 51 for Zane Gonzalez, who hit from 40 earlier. And again, had no problem in pregame from this distance. Gonzalez up and got it. He's been money. There's a flag down.
I think this whole left side for New Orleans might have lined up offsides.
Well, if it's 5 yards, it won't give them the first. If it is against New Orleans.
Offside. Defense, number 21, lined up in the neutral zone. The penalty's been declined. Result is a good field goal.
Take the points. Good from 51. Falcons with a 6-point lead, and the Saints disappointing with their offense so far.
Looking for a place to be, so let's kick.
Like a relentless weed, moderate to severe Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms can keep coming back. Break away to what's possible with Tremfya. With symptom relief as early as 4 weeks, remission at 12 weeks, and lasting remission at 1 year. Some even saw visible healing of the intestinal lining. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and TB. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Healing is possible with Tremfya. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today.
At Burger King, you write the rules of value.
You rule number 10? I mix and match my way. There's 7 tasty items, and I can get 2 for $5 or 3 for $7. That's all up to me.
The $5 duo or $7 trio. From Burger King classics to fan faves. Choose your deal.
Monkey! Oh, no. My ring.
You think you know someone until they make an unexpected leap. It's like finding out E-Trade is running with Morgan Stanley. So you can invest and bank under one roof.
To test the toughness of the 3-row Kia Sorento X-Pro and the Kia Sorento Turbo Hybrid, we recreated some of the wettest springs, hottest summers, windiest falls, and coldest winters. All on one track to prove these 3-row SUVs were built for the unstoppable. Kia, movement that inspires.
Week 18 continues later today on CBS and Fox. Then the NFL regular season concludes tonight on NBC. Stream games live on your mobile device with NFL Plus.
The Masked Singer is back!
Some great faces in the history of this intense Deep South rivalry that is dead even. Go back to the 60s, the black and gold, the black and red, whether you're talking Aints and the Who Dat or Dirty Birds. Breeze leading the Saints to a Super Bowl championship. Matt Ryan getting Atlanta to a Super Bowl. Look, this is how intense it is. They purposely in Atlanta will not put the Saints' name on the scoreboard.
I love that.
They put just visitors. That no even, and believe me, yeah. And the Saints return the favor. They put some things up like 28-3 before in their stadium, in the dome, to kind of heckle the Falcons, but that's part of where this goes between players, fans, etc. Evan Hull on the return to the 29-yard line. Tonight on Fox, your prescription is ready. Don't miss the special premiere of Best Medicine. Critics are raving it's the most delightful and charming show of the new year. Emmy nominees Josh Charles and Annie Potts star in Best Medicine. It's tonight on Fox.
Well, I got to tell you, I love the rivalry. I love the disdain for one another. And I've always said this about myself. I am a gracious loser, but when it comes to winning, I'm an absolute jerk. And I will let you know about it. And I appreciate that about both teams.
All right, let's see what... There was a discussion here about spotting the ball or a penalty. And it looks like the kicking team was called for an illegal formation, so the Saints will take the 5 yards. And they need something out of this offense, somebody to make a big play. You mentioned Juwan Johnson. He made a spectacular catch, but he also lost a fumble early when Atlanta took it away from him. Tucker will give to Estime, who gets across the 35-yard line.
Estime's done a good job here, kind of bouncing back from that first half where he was relatively silent, putting his foot in the ground, not trying to dance, and just trying to get positive yards. He's had a couple of first down carries, been 3-4 yards. They need to do that to be on schedule as an offense to open up some play action. And like I said earlier, get it to your tight end, Juwan Johnson.
Tyler Shuck, second in the NFL in passing yards in the last 3 games behind Brock Purdy. Hadn't been able to light it up here. That pass is caught across the middle. Calvin Austin crosses midfield for a Saints first down.
Yeah, we're just going to go double slants here, right? Take that first window. It is open. Get it to the guy you spent a lot of time on practice squad with. That's Austin, and that is the way to start a drive. Estimate to Austin. Really nice start by the Saints.
Hit hard is Estime. Let's get an injury update, Jen.
Chris, this Falcons defense will be without cornerback Kobe Bryant for the rest of the game. He's out with a concussion. And for the Saints offense, they're going to have to do this without Kelvin Banks. He has been such a standout rookie all season long, played 99.6% of the snaps.
I thank you. Richards took his spot and a ball that probably should have been handled by Calvin Austin. And I think that's one thing they talked about at the half. Was not deflected.
No, it didn't look like it. And Kevin Austin, you got to just wrangle that one in. Double slants again, what they had success with on the second down play to start this drive. Went right back to the play. And I love play repeaters. Hey, man, if it works, I'm going to keep running it until they stop us from doing it. Really good job right there by Kellen Moore and his staff.
But now 3rd and 10. And a quick toss. Taysom Hill will not get the first down. Stopped about 3 yards, maybe 3.5 yards short, depending on that spot. And, you know, they're pretty good on 4th down. This from the 39-yard line.
Well, it says 2 things to me. One, hey, man, this is, a game we want to win. We're going to compete in this thing. And we really feel good about what our defense has done so far. So put it on the shoulders of this young quarterback, 4th down and 4.
Field goal would have been well beyond 60. Shuck. Can he run for it? He's going to have to throw it. Open at the sideline. He's got it. Catch made. Jawan Johnson. And boy, Tyler Shuck made that happen by stalling for time.
How about a game of inches just over T. Alford's head right there, and tiptoe, both of them in. What a touch pass. I mean, how about that rolling out from pressure to your left-hand side so it's away from your throwing arm and having that kind of layered touch on the football? You don't throw a better ball than this right here. Look at that.
Pinpoint Johnson 5 inches taller than the guy Alford who was on him. Estime trying to find a hole, but it's cut off in a hurry. He'll fall forward for a few. It's a 6-point lead for Atlanta.
I need you to break that tackle right there. I mean, pick your feet up and I love through that. That is Terrell, a cornerback that hits you with a shoulder, doesn't wrap up, and takes you down. That can't be in this league. Like we used to say this all the time. If those guys tackle our backs, we need different backs. You've got to break that tackle.
Well, they've had a lot of different backs due to injury. He only got 2. They're going back to Estime, trying to pound away.
There you go.
It'll bring up 3rd down. Need to get just inside the 20 for a Saint first down. This is what they do. We talked about them having lengthy drives of 10 plays or more. And they get to the 4th quarter. It's a different Tyler Shuck, and the defense has been outstanding during their 4-game win streak in the 4th quarter. We're not there yet.
Also running a little tempo right now, not huddling up. He's getting back the line of scrimmage, orchestrating from the line.
Can he get the first? No, boy, gobbled up right away. There was nothing there. And the Falcons were ready for that. James Pierce, he doesn't just sack the quarterback. Rookie for Tennessee, the first rounder, also can wrap up the runner. And on 4th down, they went once before here in this second half. As they did earlier, they're going to go. Passing up a field goal of in the range of 40. They need 3. Shuck, open, first down. Taysom Hill inside the 10. It'll be a 1st and goal for the Saints.
always say, hey, when pressure's coming off the edge, throw it right back into that pressure. You're going to see D. Alford come in there. That's where the pressure comes from. Dump it off underneath. That's why this kid has been so good.
He fakes. He didn't like it there. And has to get rid of it. It looked like a little bit of a mix-up there. Trying to go to Austin.
They were trying to run that little fake bubble screen and go. And the Atlanta Falcons were ready for it. They hit Tennessee. Maybe I think it was the first play of the game last week. They hit Tennessee on the bubble screen and go. And obviously the Falcons were ready for that opportunity right there. Took it away.
Saints fans on the edge of their seat. Panther fans hoping Atlanta can get a stop and protect their lead for the NFC South Division title. Those watching. On a 2nd and goal, Estime all the way down to the goal line and just short. It looked like maybe, I don't know where his knee hit, the touch of the ball, the tip of the ball, excuse me, might have crossed that barrier. But what a run.
I thought that was a touchdown. It looked like he extended the ball out.
Can we see that? Do we have a replay? That wasn't too late now. And he's not going to get in. Boy, Estime surged.
Well, first off, I mean, Kevin Austin's coming in. There's a wide receiver. You see him right here going in there. And then this is a great run. Are the knees down? I think that hip might have been down right. That thigh's down right there. Right. You see that here. Here's the thigh down. That was a great spot.
They got it right. And I know the Saints were trying to hustle this through. It's 4th and goal. Evan Hull is in at running back. Chuck has it. Pressure's coming. And Chuck is going to throw for the end zone. Touchdown Saints! Kevin Austin. There is a flag in the end zone. And they may call this against New Orleans.
Yeah, I think they're going to call Dante Pettis for OPI.
Pass interference. Offense number 11. 10-yard penalty. Repeat 4th down.
Let's take a look.
Yeah, he's just going to come inside here, and he's going to pick the safety as they're trying to get across. You see it right here on Watts.
So that changes things when you're backed up, where they have the play. They're going to line up now for a field goal try. Well, let's see, they're discussing the spot, which will be back at the 11, right? Yep, that's where they are. And Charlie Smith has been so valuable. We'll try for 29. He missed from 56. He had the leg. It just sailed on him. Big kick to cut it to 3. And wow, just barely got that through. But the Falcon defense keeps Tyler Shuck and the Saints out of the end zone. Atlanta up 3.
I got this old thing and the bill from the store where I got it. Figured you could beat it with a better deal on one of these big boys.
That doesn't work that way.
Well, at Verizon, anyone can bring in their AT&T or T-Mobile bill and they'll give you a better deal.
I thought Verizon was pricey.
No. Better deal, best 5G network. Back to the TV. Does it come higher than 8K? Because I don't like to squint.
Ma'am, take your TV and go.
Bring your AT&T or T-Mobile bill to a Verizon store for a better deal today.
Guess you're not as cool as Verizon.
You don't know that?
Want the fastest working GLP-1 for half the price? Ro now offers FDA-approved weight loss injections cheaper, so you can see weight loss results faster. Lose 20% of your weight with the formula that hits not 1, but 2 hormones for less hunger and faster results. Weight loss, faster. Confidence, higher. Price, cheaper. See if you qualify at ro.co/TV.
What do you say when a Jewish boy is kicked on a New York City sidewalk? What do you say when a Holocaust survivor is firebombed on the streets of Colorado? What do you say when 1 in 3 Jewish Americans were victims of hate last year? When there are no words, there's still a symbol to show you care. Share the blue square and stand up to Jewish hate.
Right now at Papa John's, create your own pizza for only $9.99. Any toppings on original, thin, or New York style crust. All $9.99. Usually a pizza with no artificial flavors, colors, or additives costs more. But Papa John's knows you deserve better. Order now.
All right, I'm going to change your world. Yeah? I love to root for great. Ooh. You want to root for the underdog.
Good luck with that.
It doesn't matter how many times I'm right. You'll still argue with me. This is The Herd.
Saints drive stalls. They settle for 3, that penalty in the end zone. But that was a 14-play drive that took up over 6.5 minutes. And the Saints 2 for 2 on 4th down, but couldn't come away with a touchdown.
Yeah, and again, you got to look at a couple of wide receivers. Young guys haven't played a lot. Don't have the right depth on that pass pattern. And that's what drew the OPI and took the touchdown off the board.
Saw Taysom Hill being checked on near the injury tent and headed into the locker room. And let's get a little more, Jen, on Taysom.
Chris, yeah, unfortunately, a staple for this New Orleans Saints squad. Taysom Hill, they've taken both his pads and his helmet. When he left the blue injury tent, they walked him straight to the locker room, away actually from the Saints tunnel, but the closest route to loop back around and get away from the stadium. So as soon as we get an official diagnosis, I'll let you know.
Well, the important thing for New Orleans, although they're on defense at the moment, Jen, is that they're not going to have just another offensive skill position player to work with. Saints are able to cut it to 3. Both of these offenses came in here on a roll, and the defenses continue to dominate. Dylan Drummond on the return for the Falcons, and a good, strong return up across the 35-yard line. All right, so you know the fans are watching, and so are the players, coaches for the Panthers and the Bucs for the division title. So Tampa fans watching, they were going crazy thinking, hey, touchdown Saints, we need the Saints to win, and the Bucs win the division. Flag takes it away. So they are frustrated. So Panther fans, they loved it, because if it's not a touchdown, look, now they say, well, wait a minute. Atlanta wins, the Panthers get the NFC South division title. That's the riding emotion in this, without having a hand in the actual field of play, as John Robinson carries. Robinson nearing 2,300 scrimmage yards. Let's see what they give him on that. Gave him 2, close to the number.
Well, this defense has played exceptionally well, and I'm going to tell you, Cam Jordan, Granderson, and Chase Young have been dominant off the edge of this defense.
Cousins will throw, and nice catch by Pitts, reaching back to grab it. Crossing the 45-yard line, and good enough to move the chains.
Now that's just Cousins with eye discipline, looking to the back on the swing, getting the linebackers to commit to where his eyes are, then coming back and hitting Pitts on a slant. That's a veteran quarterback using his eyes to manipulate the defense.
Yeah, his contract after this year, things could be a little different. Cousins expects to be a starter somewhere, wants to play, whether it's here or somewhere, but also would consider time with family, depending upon the situation. Said he's open to all possibilities after this year. Pressure coming, and boy, he got rid of it just in time to London inside the 40. And Cam Jordan was closing fast on Cousins.
Cam Jordan coming off the edge. Big time pressure, beats the tight end Werner right there. But I mean, that is one of those situations where you carry out that good fake, and then you know exactly where you want to go with that football.
Yeah, he's the one who said, I hate that, division. They can't Atlanta, won't win Atlanta. The only team I hate is Atlanta. he wouldn't stop about the rivalry. Algier is trying to get away from Granderson, who eventually brought him down. third quarter winding down. The Falcons protecting a 3-point lead, but the Saints defense keeping New Orleans in it. Yeah, the Bucs are saying who dat goes Saints, and the Panthers, they want those Falcons, those dirty birds to come through.
Put them hands up. Yeah. Amazing. Amazing. Put them hands up. To my brothers and sisters. Put them hands up. Put them hands up. Put them hands up. This world is yours. This world is yours.
The Fox Nation Holiday Sale is happening now.
People came to me from out of the darkness, and they cried out for God's love.
This is your last chance to get Fox Nation for only $2.99.
Describe the sweet, tangy, zesty fusion of Zaxby's Asian Sensation menu. So I made one up. Zensation.
That is not a word. That's a word.
You heard the lady. The Asian Sensation menu. Who's got the sauce?
Zaxby's. I'm Ultima Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Every time one of my children started driving, it was terrifying. Thousands of accidents happen across the country. We see it every day. If you've been injured in a car accident, call us. Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com.
Hi, sweetie. How was the premiere?
Great, but Dad really is a wizard.
Sure, Dad's a wizard.
Dad, show them.
Bring me everything wicked.
Discover the magic of our best price on gig Wi-Fi for 5 years. Just $50 a month. Xfinity. Imagine that.
Hey, Dad, can we talk?
Sure, what's up?
I gotta come clean about something.
Okay.
It's my new car. I only paid for a brand new Hyundai Tucson.
You might be on the naughty list.
Enjoy the new car.
Deal so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days on select Hyundai vehicles. Now, during the final days of the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
I'm attorney Ken Nugent, and you're watching football on Fox 5. One call, that's all.
As are we, and hope you are in this new year with Mark Schlereth, Jen Hale on the field, Chris Spires. Thanks for being a part of a game that has such a unique twist. These two teams will decide the NFC South Division winner, even though the two teams that could win it are not playing today. Cousins firing and open at the 26. Darnell Mooney eventually dragged backward. The division standings, and at 8 and 9, Tampa or Carolina, one of them is going to be the NFC South Division winner. So through tiebreakers, whether it's division head-to-head or division record in a three-way tie, I know these rules get a little, they can drag on a little. And then there's also common opponents. Bottom line is, as you know by now, a Saints winner tie puts the Bucs in, and a Falcon victory will give the Panthers the division title and the 4th seed.
Can't take a negative play here to keep yourself in field goal range, Chris.
And that's big after Saints just picked up 3. Open. Let's see where the feed in. Darnell Mooney's had a few of those, and it is ruled a catch. And it is a first down.
Yeah, Darnell Mooney just running that out route.
You know, Mooney had his best game of the season was in the first meeting with New Orleans. He had 49-yard touchdown. He had 3 catches for 70-plus yards.
Great job with his feet right there, corralling that ball in.
And just like that, here in the 4th, where the New Orleans defense, they have not allowed a fourth-quarter touchdown since Week 12, and that was against Atlanta. Algier, a tearaway, literally, but he's eventually brought down. Time for a game break at Carissa.
Bringing people down. Myles Garrett came into the day needing just 1 sack to break the single-season record of 22.5 shared by T.J. Watt and our own Michael Strahan, and he just did it. And Joe Burrow. Congratulations to Myles Garrett. Win-win for them. Browns up 17-12 on the Bengals. Chris.
Quite an accomplishment. The single-season sack record. Myles Garrett, congrats. On 2nd and 5. Robinson tackled, and Cam Jordan got there first. Wouldn't let go. The game he is having. He's Anderson taking over along with Chase Young, his front seven.
Cam Jordan is like disgusted right now. You're going to try to block me off the edge with the tight end. That's what you're going to, that was your plan. You're going to have Pitts try to block me on the edge. He's having none of it. These defensive ends, so far for New Orleans, they have reestablished the line of scrimmage on a consistent basis.
Cousins with a quick toss, and they backed off, and Kyle Pitts was able to make the catch. Pre-snap, it was interesting. The Saints DB's backpedal, he got him the first down.
Watch Granderson right here. He's going to create pressure, spin move inside, and just how quick Kirk Cousins is delivering the football, getting it out of your hands. I mean, that was an automatic win for Granderson, and yet he still couldn't get pressure on Cousins.
Mention the Saint defense, fewest fourth quarter touchdowns allowed this season. Only 4. Cousins floating one, and the catch inside the 10. Again, it's Kyle Pitts, but beautifully lofted by Cousins.
Well, we saw the great touch pass earlier by Shuck, and hey, anything you can do, I can do just as well. Whoa. Look at that. Oh,
finger on it. McKinstry.
He actually gets the finger on it. Is the foot in?
That's close.
Yeah, that's very
the
close.
Official is saying no catch. That foot went past. Yeah, you caught it before the officials did.
Yeah, watch. I mean, he gets the tip right here, which changes the way your feet. You got to try to. Yep, toe just out. I think that tip created a change in the way your body mechanics are, and all of a sudden you got to concentrate on that, and you lose the concentration of dragging that back foot.
That's a good point, Mark, because the first thing you got to do is catch it, and then worry about the feet either together or at some point once you know you've got the football. So it's second down 10. Cousins trying to get rid of it quick. And they got him. He falls inside the 20. That's Carl Granderson. Remember, he had a sack in 3 of the first 4 games of the year, but not a lot since. But he's got 2 today, or at least has been involved in 2.
Right. I mean, you got to start, if you're Atlanta, using your snap count, because Granderson has this thing perfectly timed, rolling off the ball on the edge, gets the pressure, gets Kirk Cousins down, and there's that defensive end. There's that edge presence by the Saints.
Major tipping point in the game. If you hold the Falcons to 3, it's a 1 possession. If they keep it going and get 6, you're in trouble if you're the Saints. And he floats one toward the sideline and incomplete for Drake London. McKinstry was all over it.
Now he got the one-on-one he was looking for, the man-to-man coverage, and I tell you, both guys doing a little hand fighting right there. I'm completely perfect. I'm great with a no call there. Let them play football. Let's not us affect the game. Let's let the players decide the game. I know people here in Atlanta don't like it, but well, McKinstry's going to say, "Dirty bird yourself."
Yeah, and you're right on. They were booing, but it was actually.
That was great defense.
Yeah, well, London also, who pulled the jersey, if you're going to call anything, but no call, the right call, and Gonzalez from 38. And an important kick that works its way through. Back to a 6-point Falcon lead. And the Panthers counting down the minutes to a possible division title.
Like a relentless weed, moderate to severe Crohn's disease symptoms can keep coming back. Break away to what's possible with Tremfya. With rapid remission at 12 weeks and fewer bowel movements and less abdominal pain at 4 weeks. Most patients achieve remission at 1 year, and some patients saw visible healing of the intestinal lining. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and TB. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Healing is possible with Tremfya. Backed by over 15 years of clinical research. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today.
Okay, so guys, just smile and say, switch to T-Mobile in just 15 minutes and get an iPhone 17 on them, no trade-in needed.
Why can't we just say cheese?
Okay, cheese.
Now you can switch to T-Mobile in just 15 minutes and get a new iPhone 17 on us. No trade-in needed.
The Colonel knew folks hated Mondays, so he made sure Tuesdays were finger-licking good with 8 pieces of juicy, crispy chicken or tenders for just $10. It's TGI Tuesday. $10, 8 pieces, one big deal. KFC $10 Tuesdays.
Big time, best time, all the time. Come seek the Royal Caribbean.
Sucks you have to work on a Sunday.
Does it, though?
How about dogs?
Okay.
How about Peyton Manning?
It's quitting time.
Anything for Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL.
Today's game on Fox is sponsored by Bud Light. If you drink, don't drive. Decide to ride. And by T-Mobile, now the best network in America.
NFL playoffs kick off Saturday. Wild card weekend powered by Verizon. It's 12 teams, 6 games, 3 days. It's just an epic weekend of great playoff football on the road to the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl 60 is here. Stay tuned after the game for the announcement of the full schedule, whatever game you're watching. And we know that folks in Carolina and Tampa Bay, St. Pete, all watching as Cousins has his team up 6. Who gets that last spot in the NFC, the 4 seed? That's locked in. Who's the NFC South Division winner? Is it Tampa Bay or Carolina, Panthers or Bucks? And bringing it out of the end zone is Evan Hall. Looked like he thought for a moment about downing it. It's up to the 25. Let's check in on Taysom Hill with Jen.
Yeah, Chris, Tyler Shutt going to have to drum up these fourth quarter heroics for a little bit longer without Taysom Hill. He's back in the Falcons x-ray room getting that right shoulder looked at. His return is questionable. Again, they took his shoulder pads and his helmet. Another veteran loss, unfortunately, for Shutt and the Saints as they try to pull this one out.
Tyler Shutt, Jen, has 3 game-winning drives. Remember, this is the 9th start of the year. 3 game-winning drives in the last 4 games at 4-0 December for this team, and his completion percentage was outstanding. Around 68%, second best among rookies, and throws that incomplete. Kevin Austin, the target. That's his go-to guy. You want to go with what's familiar, but it looks like the Falcons have caught on to that.
Yeah, that's the 3rd time here in the last 2 drives they've worked that double slant combination into the boundary, and that time the Atlanta Falcons all over. It's time for a new play.
And if you weren't with us earlier, obviously Olave ruled out this week. The top receiver, Alvin Kamara, continues to be out. They lost their left tackle, injury in this game, and they've been trying to hang in there as Audric Estime, second-year player from Notre Dame, who was added in the course of the season, carries the football and has been the guy on the ground. These are the fourth quarter numbers, and that's one thing he has really starred in. I mean, him and his head coach have been on the same page when it's come to fourth quarter heroics.
And a lot of times because they get into tempo offense and not changing personnel groupings and letting Shutt call the plays that he likes from the line of scrimmage.
Looks one way, fires short, and Austin couldn't hang on. It might have been enough for the first down just across the 30. D. Alford there. Yeah, I mean, no disrespect to the players that are out there, but I mean, so many of these guys, Mark, are not only second backup, they're third and fourth guys stepping in.
It's like I said earlier, it's like when you were a kid, you were running through the neighborhood, you had 4 guys to play and you needed 4 more, and you started knocking on doors, go, anybody interested in playing nerd football with us? Anyone, you know, and you're just scrambling guys around from the neighborhood.
put them together. Even if they say, I never really played that game, but I'll try. We just need somebody to be out there.
We just need a body.
Their defense continuing to keep them in it. Tompkins on the boots at the 15. And cuts upfield, almost shook loose. Brought down at the 25-yard line. It's been mostly about defense. Falcons with the ball in the lead.
Where does confidence come from? It's not from within. It must be pursued. Confidence is not a mindset. It's an achievement. In the GMC Sierra HD AT4X. Get 3.9% APR on 2025 GMC Sierra heavy-duty models. We are professional grade.
Oh, you like Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar?
Yes.
Okay. It's a pepper thing.
Vicks VapoStick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors. Easy to apply for the whole family. Vicks VapoStick. And try Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks vapors. I wanted a trip I'd never forget. And it was everything. Dishes I'd never tasted before. Dinners in private palaces. Flowers everywhere. The air was full of color. Every element. Perfect. Chase Sapphire Reserve.
I saw that play and knew exactly what we had to do. 136 hours later, we had one giant Amon-Ra St. Brown cake.
At Mercedes-Benz Stadium, the rivalry continues. The 113th meeting. Who takes the lead? It's dead even between the Saints and the Falcons. The Falcons have the lead in this game. Raheem Morris, as you look at the scoring by quarter, once a head coach of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who reminded everybody this week, it's no secret who we hate the most in the division. And that is the Saints, as the Atlanta-New Orleans rivalry continues, but with a lot more hanging in the balance for the Panthers and Bucks, because one of those gets the division title based on what happens here. We'll stay on that throughout the course of the game. 9:40 remaining here in the fourth. Robinson with the carry, just 43 scrimmage yards so far today. Picks up a few more there. If the Falcons win, it creates a three-way tiebreaker at 8 and 9. And so the Panthers, with the best division record, that would be the next immediate tiebreaker other than head-to-head. Since they split with Tampa Bay, they would go. But if it's the other way, if the Saints are able to pull this out and win, it goes to common opponents. And that would give the Buccaneers the division title. Again, a Saints win or a tie. It's just part of the fun that takes us on the last day of the regular season to sort it all out. Cousins. Pitts slips a tackle. Kyle Pitts across the 40 and a first down at the 41 of Atlanta.
Well, you mentioned if the Saints are going to win this game, and I start to think, well, how are they going to win this game? Right. And it almost comes back to they are playing with so many practice squad players on the offensive side of the ball that somebody's going to have to do something special on this defense. Strip sack fumble for a touchdown, interception return for a touchdown. Somebody eventually defensively is going to have to make the big play that gets the victory for the Saints.
And you saw the record-setting performance of Pitts, both tight ends having great seasons. As the sack, a big defensive play, just as you mentioned it, as Chase Young comes in for another sack.
Well, you know what? Set up that move. You've been pressing that edge like this a bunch. Now it's and then back inside, right? So you set yourself up during the course of this game by being able to get to the edge and bam, right back inside. And that's Jake Matthews. I mean, that is one of the best pass protectors in football at the left tackle position. But that is using your body, using your setup, understanding what you're trying to accomplish, and then in a critical moment, making a play.
4 sacks for the Saints today. But John Robinson had nowhere to go.
My goodness, he saw Bijan. Chase Young saw him coming out. Go ahead, Chase. I mean, dominate this game. He's going to come up here off his pass rush, and he's just going to stop because he sees the release of the back, and he knows what's coming. He can smell it. Watch him. Bam, up. There he is. Get out there. I tell you what a game Chase Young is. Yeah, I see you, big fella. I see you.
He wants 10 sacks. Is that what he's hollering about? Well, I'll tell you, under this defense of Brandon Staley, whom
I think he wants 10 more million. I think that's what he wants.
I'm thinking plays, you're thinking dollar signs. That's how it goes. But boy, his career has been revived as it was a dump-off intended for Tyler Algier, but Granderson got into Kirk Cousins before he could set his feet up. But that was a Chase Young series, appropriately named Chase, because he was going after whether it was the quarterback or the running back.
Well, they've been using Chase Young, Cam Jordan, and then they've been moving Granderson inside, and he got him on a little spin move on the right guard. And boy, I tell you, look at Brandon. Look at Brandon Staley right there. And one of the things that Brandon Staley told us is, hey, man, I've done a much better job of demanding excellence from my players. That's what's changed from me from my head coaching time with the Chargers.
Well, his unit has done the job on one of the great players in the league, Bijan Robinson, as Pettis will slip a tackle and go backwards. Brought down inside the 25-yard line. Xavier Mike Ford making the special teams play. But yeah, a sack and a half today. He's got 10 sacks for this season. Chase Young starring on defense.
I'm Maya, and these are my breasts. From sports bras to minimizer bras, we've had a complicated relationship. And then I found a lump, breast cancer. During treatment, I asked about Kisqali, a pill that can help reduce my risk of cancer returning. Now, I have a new perspective on what matters.
Kisqali, with an aromatase inhibitor, is for adults with stage 2 and 3, HR-positive, HER2-negative early breast cancer with a high risk of recurrence. Kisqali may cause serious skin reactions, liver problems, and low white blood cell counts that may result in serious infections. Life-threatening lung problems and abnormal heartbeats can occur. Your doctor should test your heart and blood before and during treatment. Tell your doctor if you have new or worsening cough, chest pain, or dizziness. Before taking Kisqali, tell your doctor all your medical conditions, medicines you take, and if you're breastfeeding, pregnant, or planning to be, as it can harm an unborn baby. Common side effects include nausea, headache, and tiredness.
I'm doing more today to help protect my tomorrow because I'm more than just breast cancer.
Holy smokes! You don't look so good, boss.
Tell me about it. It's a real inferno down here, and I'm burnt out.
Here, try a Red Bull. It's devilishly good.
Red Bull? Oh, that tastes heavenly. Wait a minute. What's this?
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
Wings? Wings? I can't have wings. Not in my position.
Red Bull gives you wings.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. With Ethos, it's so fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage.
Check your price today at ethos.com.
Chase something. More than just a flag. Chase rings. Chase gold.
Nah, chase me.
NFL flag. Chase something.
Chase Young dancing his way to a 10-sack season. Remember, he missed the first 5 games of the year with a calf injury.
Man, he is having some kind of fun right now, and this is a guy I've been talking to for years about coming back playing from injuries. Talk to him today, man. Reestablishing what your new 100% is and going out there and playing your butt off, and man, has he done it today. I'm so proud of that kid.
single-handedly almost, but we've also had big games from Cam Jordan and Carl Granderson on this Saints defense. And that's what they're going to need more of if they hope to rally here, trailing by 6 from their own 25. Estime will pick up about 5 on first down, and that's what you like to see from this, no matter who the running back is.
Yeah, there's no question, and it opens up your play action. And let's face it, you've got a bunch of receivers, practice squad guys, not trying to be disparaging, but to create opportunities to get open, to create space in a defense. You've got to keep that run game alive so the play action works off of that. CB flags the play action here, maybe a boot keep out the backside.
But who does he go to? That's Bell in motion. He's got Kevin Austin and Jawan Johnson, his 2 big receivers that are at least out there. Instead, Estime will plow his way and pick up a first down and add 2, and he gets up near the 40 and a first down.
Now, I love that. I mean, that's exactly what this kid needs to be. Put your foot in the ground, get north and south as soon as possible, and when you get into that contact area, put your bean on somebody. Go ahead and give him a mouthful of Rydell. Do it again.
And there he goes. You said it, Mark, earlier, having someone who spent a life down in the trenches blocking, that sooner or later the wear and tear of that back against the defense can wear you down.
Well, what did I tell you about this defensive front? Great pass rushing front for the Atlanta Falcons, but not the biggest guys. They are not stout. So if you can get them moving and you can get line of scrimmage play, reestablish that line of scrimmage, then you can wear these guys out. You don't give an opportunity to rush your quarterback.
26th against the run in the NFL are the Atlanta Falcons, even though they have set a franchise sack record today on the other side. Pressure coming. He can do that, and Shuck will take off and run. Tyler Shuck, he slides inside the 25 of Atlanta. Under 4.5 minutes to go in the fourth.
Well, they get caught up. They're trying to slide the guard across the formation, and watch Tyler Shuck. Both hands on the ball, movement up and away from the pass rush. I think it was Ebikebi, and then bam, taken off down the sideline.
Evan Hull with the carry. That was a 29-yard run. Tyler Shuck has had a 34-yard run this year. And he won the game, remember, against the Buccaneers in the mud, in the rain in Tampa Bay. He had a key run and said, whatever I have to do, I'm not going to major in running. That's not what a quarterback does first, but I will do it when I have to.
Well, he certainly has all that about him, man. He is athletic. I think more athletic than you think. He's big and he is tough. And, man, he has been so smart with the football in his hands.
Tyler Shuck to the sideline for the end zone, just off the fingertips of Ronnie Bell. C.J. Henderson on the coverage.
Call this sluggo off the outside, right? Little slant and go. And we talked about that just over the outstretched fingertips. Right there, just barely on Ronnie Bell, but that is lack of time on task with these receivers who they've just picked up.
Mark Schlereth, Chris Myers facing a 3rd and 7, down 6. NFC South Division title on the line. A Saints winner tie, and the Bucks go in. If the Falcons win this game, the Panthers win the NFC South and get the 4 seed. Tyler Shuck, and it is intercepted. The Falcon take away D. Alford on his way. Eventually slowed down by Estime. But a game-changing play from the Atlanta defense.
Well, what I say earlier about the double slants, you got to get off of it. They're reading it right now. They have seen it. Time to let go. And D. Alford has seen it too many times. He jumps the outside. Watch. Double slants. He reads it. He sets, and then he just takes off on the outside slant. Watch it. Bam. Put your foot in the ground. Go eat that thing up and take it off down the sideline. That is one smart play. But really, you look at the New Orleans Saints, they've run that so many times that you know it's coming, you sit on it, and you go get it.
Well, what was unfortunate is the Saints, what they thought could be a go-ahead touchdown drive, and the Panther fans in Charlotte, the watch party, tuning in here, and the NFL on Fox loved every minute of that. Because a Falcon win puts the Panthers, and what a story that would be if they get the division and go to the playoffs. Tyler Algier will carry. On that drive, the 55 yards were all by way of run. The Saints, they had no passing yards, and then the interception. Again, those of you who are tuning in, we've been repeating this, but through various tiebreakers, a win or tie by the Saints, the Bucs get the division. And if Atlanta wins, Carolina will be the NFC South winner and the 4 seed. They played yesterday. The Bucs won. The tie-breaking difference is Carolina would be a 3-way divisional record tiebreaker. The Bucs, if they were to get in, it would be two common opponents next in line. And as Kate Otten, the veteran tight end of the Bucs, said, as we look at Tyler Shuck frustrated over there by the Atlanta defense, I didn't know. It's weird to be a Saints fan. Who dat? And of course, the Panthers rooting for Atlanta. Algier again. He's never fumbled in his NFL career. Over 1,100 touches. And a timeout used by the Saints. The block punt by the Falcons set up a short score. Kirk Cousins to Drake London. Tyler Shuck kept it himself. There have been field goal tries. And then this, down 6, moving for what could have been a go-ahead score. A big defensive play. We had an early interception by Granderson of the Saints and a fumble lost by Jawan Johnson of the Saints. But that's where we stand with time running out. But John Robinson, Mark, has been kept in check amazingly.
Yeah, they've done a great job as a defense, and now you're asking this defense to stand up one more time to make one big play and to shut this offense down.
And if you're Atlanta, even a field goal makes it a 2-possession game, as Algier will not get the first down, and the clock runs until another timeout is called. The Saints will have one more. We'll have that 2-minute warning as well. And New Orleans actually out now of timeouts, calling one a moment ago. Our doubleheader continuing with America's Game of the Week. Bears headed to the playoffs, as are the Patriots and the Rams. Check for the game in your area. Entire playoff picture. Seattle nails down the top seed. A Ram win will get them the 5th seed. And, of course, we're still trying to decide who wins the South. But right now, it's looking good for Atlanta and for the Panthers. Field goal try from 38 yards away. Gonzalez has hit from 40, 51, and 38. This is big because if he makes it, it's a 2-possession game. Remember, the Falcons have had 3 blocked field goals this year, but they had various kickers throughout the year. No problem here. A 19-10 advantage. And Tyler Shuck without timeouts, without Chris Olave and Alvin Kamara and some of the star offensive talent, he's going to have to try and rally his team in more ways than one. And he's been good in the 4th quarter, just as the Saints defense has been good. Mark Schlereth, Chris Myers. The bigger picture of this is how the Bucs fans and team and players, same with Panthers, are watching this, waiting to see if they get into the playoffs and win the division.
Yeah, it's amazing what's going on right now. And for Shuck, it's going to have to be put a drive together, even if it's a long field goal, onside kick, see if you can get 2 scores here. That's what's got to go on with New Orleans right now.
Yeah, remember, the Saints came into this with a 4-game win streak. They were undefeated through December. Atlanta, a 3-game win streak. And it's a very defensive, I guess, error-prone game. Missed field goal from long range has kind of cost New Orleans to have, had that gone in, an opportunity to at least get ahead with that one possession. But we've seen some great individual defensive performances on both sides.
This is the best I've ever seen Chase Young play. And I've watched a lot of Chase Young games. And this defensive front for New Orleans has been great. But you got to give the Atlanta Falcons credit. They have fought through that. They have been able to continue to put drives together and make some big plays down the stretch from their quarterback.
They didn't let Tyler Shuck. He had a big run and a run for the touchdown, but they didn't let him rally the team when he got close. T. Alford with the big interception that set up that field goal a moment ago. Take a look at, and again, he's a Rookie of the Year candidate around the NFL. Shuck has done so well since taking over as a starter.
Yeah, and that's D. Alford just knowing what was coming his way based on formation. That's a guy that studied, and then he's seen it over the course of this second half. They have gone to that double slant play at least 5 or 6 times, and that time he said, "You ain't getting me again." Put his foot in the ground, broke on the outside slant, and the rest is history. Set his team up for an opportunity to win this game.
T. Alford in a secondary where Xavier Watts had that big fumble recovery earlier, the rookie, for the Falcons on defense. Need scores and need them quick. Incomplete for Jawan Johnson. Coming into today, the division standings 8-9. One of those teams will win the division. The 3-way tie for the top spot. So if Atlanta hangs on, they would be 8-9, and obviously that would increase them in the division to 3-3. But it's more about the tiebreaker with Carolina. Head-to-head opportunity within the division. Shuck trying to get out of bounds and save time without any timeouts, except the 2-minute warning. Now they could go quick here to get a field goal and then try the onside kick if they get into range.
Exactly what I was saying is you can get a long field goal here right off the bat, get yourself points, and then see if you can get that onside kick. And we've seen several of them. We had that, what was it, a Saturday night game between the Chicago Bears and Green Bay Packers, where that onside kick, the Bears got it, and the rest is history. They went on to win that game.
3rd down 6. Pressure coming. Pass complete, but is he going to get the first down? No. Audric Estime knocked down by D. Alford is everywhere. 4th down to decide possibly the NFC South. Can he get the yard?
I don't think he got it.
Oh, there he actually got it.
Yeah.
I didn't hear the whistle. Wow.
Man, I think they had him initially stopped. It was that second surge.
Counting down to the 2-minute warning. Remember, no timeouts, New Orleans. Trailing by 9. I think Raheem Morris was thinking he was stopped. We've now reached the 2-minute warning, but here's a look at Estime, leaving the Saints hopeful and Buck fans hanging by a thread here.
Emmitt Smith is a legendary football and dancing star, but he also has Geico like a regular person. So we had one translate.
The whole routine was getting stale.
His last insurance company wasn't doing it for him.
So, this box had to trot.
He switched to Geico.
Like 5, 6, 7, 8, 900.
Dollars. He saved over $900 by switching.
You're not Emmitt Smith, but we'll treat you like him. It feels good to get the star treatment. It feels good to Geico.
At Planet Fitness, no two members are alike, but they all have one thing in common. They're all strong.
That's right.
We're all strong on this planet. Planet Fitness.
One more, everybody.
One more? I got 5 more.
Charge ahead, roads are calling.
Hybrid power, snow is falling.
It's electrifying,
but the season can bring driving in a Honda Wonderland.
It's that time of year again. Happy Honda Days, where you can drive in a Honda Wonderland of your own with a great offer on an electrifying new Honda. Hurry into your local Honda dealer and experience the wonder of Happy Honda Days today.
There's regular cold. And then there's the mountains are blue cold. Mountain Cold Refreshment. Coors Light. Choose chill. I can't share the picture.
You should join Visible. It's only $25 a month. Look.
Unlimited data and hotspot, all on Verizon's 5G network for just $25 a month. Tell your people. For a limited time, get Visible for $19 a month for 26 months. Visible. Live in the know.
Go! Fear Factor House of Fear premieres January 14th on Fox.
Today's game on Fox is sponsored by Verizon, the best 5G network. There's only one best. And by Geico. Switch and save. Get more with Geico.
2 minutes remaining in Atlanta. D. Alford with the interception when Tyler Shuck and the Saints were moving in for a possible score. Falcons trying to win their 4th straight game. And even though they won't go to the playoffs, right, this is the 8th straight year of missing the postseason, they're going to have a hand, have a say in who wins the NFC South Division.
This game's been amazing. Ain't nothing but a good time in this game right now. They are getting it together.
And a great rivalry. There was no call on that last run that the play had been stopped. And of course, that's not reviewable, so good enough for the first down with Tyler Shuck having to throw.
Oh, my goodness.
The connection made. Dante Pettis inside the 30. Now you can snap it and kick and then try an onside kick, or you can try and take a shot at the end zone. Clock running here, under 140. Tyler Shuck goes underneath to Pettis again. He's going to get to the 15-yard line. And another first down, but the clock is the issue.
Look at this throw. I mean, you want to talk about layered on the run. That is perfect right in that honey hole.
Shuck for the end zone. In the corner. One-handed. That's a touchdown, Ronnie Bell. Amazing catch.
Amazing throw. How about those two throws?
Silence here in Atlanta.
My goodness gracious. He had the one on the sideline to Pettis, layered throw, and then this one. I mean, you couldn't run this down and put it in the breadbasket. As you see, the hand being held of Bell by C.J. Henderson.
That was really, I said one arm, one hand. Amazing on the toss and catch. And for the extra point. It's good. And now it's a one-score game and a winnable game if the Saints get a field goal. First, they got to get the ball back.
Well, they had two close incompletions to Bell. Just time on task, but this time these two are connected. He just kind of slow plays it off and then explodes when he stacks the DB, Henderson, and that is a beautifully thrown ball.
Buccaneer, this is a watch party in Tampa, and it's a let's get it done party for the Saints. The entire country tuning in to see who wins this game and who wins the NFC South. Back to the 26-year-old rookie, Tyler Shuck, who was 3 for 3 on those last few plays, including the touchdown. He's got 3 game-winning drives in the last 4 games. And we've seen, and even when he's fallen short, that game against Miami where he rallied his team only to end up losing in the waning moments. There's just something there no matter who he's got at receiver or running back.
You know, I said it over a month ago. This kid is the best quarterback drafted this season. And I'm telling you, he has been fantastic.
All right, well, I would vote for him Rookie of the Year even if you wouldn't. Onside kick.
I might change my mind. Okay. You never know.
All right, hopefully this game will. Yeah. But Saints have one onside kick that they attempted, and they got it with Charlie. And around the league, it's about a 12% percentage.
Did you do that math on the fly, or was that it?
No, I had to write that down ahead of time.
All right.
Just so you know. All right, but the former Gaelic goalkeeper from Northern Ireland, Charlie Smith, who joined this team during the season. How creative can he be? It's got to go 10 unless touched by Atlanta, and it was out of bounds. That's Pitts all over it. And Atlanta, with New Orleans out of timeouts, can close this out.
Go attack the ball, and that thing did not go Oh my goodness, he did not secure that, but gets it out of bounds. That thing was not.
Yeah, it didn't quite travel, but he went after it, and that's what you're supposed to do as the receiving team. But what an effort by Tyler Shuck and the Saints. And I'm sure the players, Dave Canales, Bryce Young in Carolina, the owner David Tepper, the Panther fans can feel it. Kirk Cousins can close this out and help the Falcons go to 8-9. And that's at Charlotte, representing a lot of Carolina and a lot of the South, a lot of Panther fans who wondered about their team and their quarterback as the year started, and some in attendance. And amazing that, forget the record, the NFC South gets a bad rap, but in the last 20 years, they only one other division sent all of their teams to have done that. And I think if you're a Saints fan or an Atlanta fan, you're going to be excited about going into the offseason of next year. Great season for Baker Mayfield, and the Bucs faded at the end, but fought for that victory on Saturday evening. But the Carolina Panthers, NFC South champions for the first time since 2015. And it's their 5th division championship. It comes in an unusual way. They had to wait for it, but they did enough